Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is, of course, City Skylines 2 with me, Emori. We are once again back in the city of Ringholm, and this is where we ended it last time in the new expansion of the city. This is the Victoria area. We built some lovely row houses there for the middle class, and on the other side of the subway, we do have some low income houses. But yeah, so for today's episode, I think it's time to actually start filling in some of the gaps, like this one. And of course, Belvic has quite a big chunk to fill in. We have some industrial here, but we have no demand, so that's going to be left for the future. Sofia area, of course, we have maybe 20-ish% that needs to be fixed. And yeah, if we look above, Central here is, yeah, not finished at all, and the same goes for Newport. So we do have a couple of areas that we need to fill in. So we'll start by doing that today. And yeah, we should probably start in this area right here. We did build a nice motel. Do we have any residents? No. No companies at all? Okay. Yeah, so what should we do for this area right here? I'm thinking I want to get some commercial in here. So if we can get some mixed commercial and residential, that would be good. Maybe a little bit higher buildings that we've got. Yeah, so let's see what we can do. So we're just going to move these houses a little bit closer to the road here so they do not encroach on the tramway in the back there. These are nice houses with some residential above and commercial in the bottom there, as you can see. I think that looks good. And some nice gardens in the back facing the tramway. Hopefully, I think that the company's moved in already. I think so. Yeah, plastics and vehicles. Well, hopefully in the future they will be replaced by something more suitable, like, I don't know, grocery stores and things like that. These Japanese buildings here, I think, are gonna fit well for this corner. We're just gonna have to move this again a little bit more into position, maybe like that. Company is already moved in. Excellent. A little bit closer. Okay, we can't do that. Otherwise, the building is going to complain. So let's just make. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. We do have to remove that fence, though. I might leave the bicycle stand still standing there. So yeah, let's just remove the fence. There we go. It's a bit tight there for the cop car to pass the bicycle stand, but yeah, I like it. I like it. So yeah, company is moved in. So we do have some commercial now in this area. And I think this looks good. I think this looks good, actually. Quite happy with it. And with that, our first gap has been filled. I'm quite happy with this station. We've done some nice decorations some greenery, bicycle stands, seats, ticket stands, of course. And this area we did before with some nice housing and commercial in the bottom. Yeah, so I think this turned out pretty well. For gap number two, I'm thinking this area right here. We could, I think, yeah. So we could go for more row houses, and I think that's a great idea to continue the row houses down here. We'll continue in the same style as we've done before, possibly um, having some more British row houses down the line. We'll see. But first, we'll expand this road. I think just straight out here should do the trick. We have 4 width down and a little bit more up. That did not turn out very great at all. So let's try and redo that if we can. And then we're going to start with the row houses themselves. I think after placing a couple of row houses down, we need to increase the height a little bit. It looks good, but I want the height of row houses to kind of slope down towards Belvic. So yeah, let's see if we can. We do have. Is it this style? No, this is the same height. So let's go for X2 row, I guess. So we're gonna see. These are the ones. These are slightly higher. Yeah, so these are basically 1 floor higher. So we're gonna go for these. Just maybe 50% of them. Oops, game autosave, I guess. Let's just go down there. I think that looks good. Do we possibly have this one? This one is slightly higher, so let's change a couple of them out. I guess 3 would do. Possibly 1 more, 2 more. Yeah, I think this is a good slope. So we'll continue this way. So we do have a little bit of a problem here underneath. We can't fit any more of these buildings down because they're gonna clip through the tracks there. So we have to put something else down. We could put parking or maybe a small park, but I do want to get a building down. So let's see, 2x2. Could we maybe do commercial? Oh, like a Chinese building. Yeah, let's go for like a Chinese restaurant or something. I think that would be good for the area. Nice. This one seems to fit quite nicely, quite snug. Oh no, a part of the green roof there is showing through. We can't do anything about that. So yeah, we have to go for something else. Maybe this one. This one would do, I think. Or this one fits even snugger. So let's place this one down. Yeah, that looks excellent actually. The solar panels are clipping through, but we can easily remove them. So now this area has a nice Chinese restaurant. So good for the people, nice food. We've added some nice parking. As you can see, there's still much to be done, but parking is always needed. We've also placed down a couple of trees to hopefully minimize some of the noise coming from the subway. More row houses, of course, placed just opposite to the newly built parking. So yeah, another gap has been filled. I think it looks pretty good, pretty realistic with all these narrow alleyways running through the area. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this, but of course there are a lot of gaps still to be done. We are starting to get quite a lot of people into this area, and even though that is not finished, I think we should actually get, yeah, 1,700 people. So we should actually connect the tramway to get it running. So I'm just gonna connect this up, and then we're gonna build our last station, I believe, in this area to hopefully connect the tram to get some people out here a bit easier, because I think they're lacking transportation quite a lot. For the next gap to fill, it's this gap right here. And here I want to build like a nice luxury hotel or retreat, maybe. And I know that we have one, so let's go for hotel. We should have a nice British one, possibly. There it, yeah, this is the one, the Country Star Hotel. So let's do the 5-star one. We could add two of them next to each other to have a nice big retreat. Maybe we could merge them, something like that. No, the parking. Let's go for, I think, one of them and do a nice hotel garden just around it. So we've added a lot of seating, as you can see, with some nice parasols, deck chairs, and whatnot. We do now miss some greenery, of course. I'm just adding a couple of these planters, and then we're gonna add some beautiful palm trees, of course, for this retreat. We do. This looks actually quite nice. We could add a couple more, I think. Let's place down maybe double the amount of palms that we already got. This has to be very nice retreat. So more greenery, the better, as you know. Let's add a couple more of these planters so the palm trees don't just grow out through the ground. And then I'm thinking we should also add some pathing so people can walk the grounds while they are here. So we placed down a couple of nice trees just around the border there and next to the walls. And I think it's starting to look like a nice retreat. More greenery is, of course, needed. So we're going to add a lot of bushes and maybe a couple more trees, palm trees, of course, around the grounds. So let's see how this turns out. And I'm thinking I'm done here, actually. This is a nice retreat. Just one more oak tree. Very nice, very luxurious retreat for the citizens and hopefully a couple of tourists as well. Well, we don't have any customers at the moment, or not enough. Well, 0 of 350 rooms rented. That's not good. What about these people here? Do we have a company? We do have a company. One room rented. Well, yeah. Anyway, maybe the tram might bring in some customers. Well, we will hope. We'll hope it does. So this is gonna be the tram station with a nice beach there to the right. So I'm gonna move the trams a little bit and put some parking in the front there next to the road. We've added the beach, and there is still 0 room rent, and that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so the beach have been added. As you can see, parking, and just look at this retreat. I mean, you have a gorgeous backyard there and a nice beach in front. So, yeah, people really should want to go out here. So, for the station, again, we're going to deviate from the standard city pergolas or shelters. We're going to go for a shelter that has a little bit more of an um, beach feel, maybe a little bit more like a luxurious feel. So I'm gonna go for this. Obviously, we're gonna do it a little bit darker, but yeah, I think it's gonna look good. The only thing is, it's not gonna be sheltered from the rain, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain too much in this area. So yeah, the station is now pretty much done. We're just gonna recolor the couple of bins here just to match. There we are, all done. Station wise, pretty much at least. 3 people living now in there, which is excellent. Beach have to be decorated later. For now, I think it's time to get some passengers in. Of course, all stations been built. There are still stations to be built here, but that's for another time. Today is a gap filler, but I do still want to get the tram up and running to get the people here some nice transport. The tram is going to start all the way up here. So this is Newport Mall, if I remember correctly. So let's see. Start the tram right here. Yeah, Newport Mall. There's going to be a station down here, but we haven't built it yet. So it'll continue all the way down to Central. We're going to use one of the unused platforms. That's going to be this one. Continuing from Central, it will stop at St. Martin's. The next stop is SSC. Continuing by Estrada. Gateway, this should be, yeah. The new stop here, which is Victoria Piers, coming down towards Victoria Station, we'll choose the upper platform there. more stop. That should be heading down again to Victoria Piers, up to the new hotel, Belvarian. This is 554 tram track. Well, that needs to be changed. We're going to give that a name later on. This is Belvic. Again, heading up to 553 tram track. Going to get a new name. Yeah, heading all the way back up. And we are back at the final stop, Newport Mall. So I'm just going to pause the game here. We will go into the transportation menu, find the trams. There we are. We already have T1 and T2, sorry. So this is going to be line T3. It'll go between Newport Mall and Belvic. I'm not going to change the ticket price. I will pull down the assigned vehicles though, because we only have 6 vehicles available to us. We'll also change the color to the blue livery that we use. But we will need another depot in the future because we are already maxed out, and 6 vehicles on this line might be a bit on the small side. Well, it will work when the subway is up and running, but for now, yeah, it might be a little bit tight. We're going to go back to this station, 554, 553. That's not going to be the name. So let's see, what can we do here? I'm not sure. Info panel, that's not going to do it. Maybe we can do something with, point, maybe? It has a nice view. Yeah. Belvic Primary. Yeah, we're not gonna name it Belvic Primary. That's for sure. Maybe viewpoint. Let's go for key point. Key point. Yeah, I think key point is a nice station name. So that's gonna be it. This is gonna be key point. I don't know if you remember, but I did tell you in the beginning that I was going to build some more row houses in British style, and that's what I've been doing here. Sadly, I did lose all the footage of me building this. I'm not sure why. I'm not particularly technical, but it's all gone. So anyway, it's here. So sadly, I cannot show you the process, but I think it turned out fairly well. I like this British style. I like this style of houses. We have some nice, I guess, semi-detached housing here in front of the road. I might be wrong about that. And some nice row houses here in the back. So yeah, I like this style. We'll continue the next time with this British semi-detached or row houses in this area. And then possibly, depending on the demand, doing some nice industrial in the back there. And as you can see, we have the trams up and running, which is excellent. So finally, people can use them. 53 people are using that particular tram, heading towards another tram here at Victoria Piers. So yeah, it's nice that the trams are up and running. And as you can see, people are using them, which is excellent. Anyway, I think that's going to be all for today. We're going to take a look on what we have done so far. The first gap that we filled was with some nice apartments with some commercial on the bottom floor. Of course, there were some row houses in the front there. Yeah, turned out pretty well, I think. We did also add quite a lot more row houses here in the Belvic border, and both some European style and some nice British style. Do like the British style a lot for these kind of areas. Sadly, we did lose that footage. And in the end here, we also did add this 5-star retreat. Very nice, with a nice backyard and nice beach in the front. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please give it a like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments what you did like and did not like. Thank you very much for watching. And until the next time, please have a good one.